Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio, and I have been thinking over the last couple of days since I made my initial Jennifer Lawrence video, and I realized that I have given this woman a lot more credit than she deserves, because in my opinion, she's just absolutely fucking dumb. You know, claiming that she was the very first, female lead in an action movie. Honest to God, I don't know what's worse. Jennifer Lawrence claiming to be the first female lead in an action movie, or Al Gore claiming to invent the internet.
During my service in the United States Congress, I took the initiative in creating the internet.
Well, move over, Al Gore, because it was actually Jennifer Lawrence that invented the internet. She also invented this microphone that I'm using to record said video. She was also the very first female YouTuber ever. I mean, without Jennifer Lawrence, none of us would ever be here today. Ha 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 ha. All jokes aside, yeah, she made a pretty stupid comment, surprise, surprise. So, basically, here's what kickstarted the whole thing. She was doing like an actors on actors thing for Variety, promoting a new movie that she's doing. I think it was like Causeway or something. Anyway, here is the actual comment in its full context, and then we'll go a little further down this rabbit hole.
I want to circle back to you being the lead of Women King, and we're at, I think it's 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, 66 million domestic. I mean, it is just, it couldn't have been more wrong. And I thought it was so, I just love seeing stories like that of, I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told, girls and boys can both identify with a male lead. But boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. And it's just...
You serious?
So literally the day afterward, like the next day, she comes out to the Hollywood Reporter, and the headline is, Jennifer Lawrence clarifies remarks about female-led action movies, quote-unquote, it came out wrong. Really? Speaking with the Hollywood Reporter on Thursday, so yes, this would have been a couple of days ago, from the recording of this video, quote, that's certainly not what I meant to say at all. I know that I am not the only woman who has ever led an action film. What I meant to emphasize was how good it feels, and I meant that with Viola to blow past these old myths that you hear about the chatter that you would hear around that kind of thing, but it was my blunder and it came out wrong. I had nerves talking to a living legend. Okay, how can it come out wrong when you literally said something to the effect of that no studio was going to put a woman in the lead of an action movie because boys can't identify with female action leads, despite female action leads existing since the 1970s at least. In fact, if you go back in film history, the earliest iteration of a female action lead goes all the way back to 1914. So yeah, they've been around for, God, over 100 years now. So how did it exactly come out wrong when you literally said that no studio was gonna put a female lead in an action movie despite them existing for the last 100 years? What this also reminds me of is a few years ago when she blamed Hurricanes Irma and Harvey, right? For those that don't remember, Hurricane Irma hit Florida. I think it was in 2017. Yeah, it was in 2017. I remember because I was living in Georgia at the time, and we felt the effects of Irma. Now I lived up north of Atlanta at the time, so I mean we didn't get hit with the hurricane, but we got one hell of a tropical storm from Irma. Right, so Hurricane Irma comes in, hits Florida, and then a couple of months later, Hurricane Harvey comes in, hits Houston, just absolutely devastates Houston. Jennifer Lawrence, in an interview promoting the movie Mother, decided to blame two hurricanes during hurricane season on the election of Donald Trump. If you don't believe me, here is the full clip from Channel 4 News in its full fucking context.
When the director was asked about the film, why it was so dark, he said it's a mad time to be alive. And there's certainly a sort of end of days feeling about it. There are many people in America who would say, you know, perhaps it's truer there at the moment than anywhere else. I mean, what are your thoughts about the changes that would happen in your own country over the last year or so?
It's scary. You know, it's this new language that's forming. I don't even recognize it. It's also scary to know it's been proven through science that human activity, that climate change is due to human activity, and we continue to ignore it. And the only voice that we really have is through voting.
And you have voted
and we voted, and it was really startling. You know, you're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage or wrath.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this article brings us up at the very end. Speaking of the way quotes can be misconstrued or taken out of context by the media, Lawrence told Hollywood Reporter, quote, "One time I was quote saying that Donald Trump was responsible for hurricanes. I felt that one was ridiculous, that it was so stupid I didn't need to comment, but this one I was like, I think I want to clarify." Okay, with the hurricanes comment, we just watched the hurricanes comment, right? She did talk about how like climate change is all man-made, and we did vote. This interview was given in 2017. We voted, and now these hurricanes are like Mother Nature's wrath. How the fuck else were people supposed to take that quote there? Right? How did that one come out wrong? You know, I didn't blame hurricanes on Donald Trump. Yes, you did. You said that we voted and that these hurricanes were Mother Nature's wrath. So how else are people supposed to infer? Right? Right? The third point I want to bring up is all of the sucking up to Harvey Weinstein that she did in like 2013. Right? Here she is at the Golden Globes after winning for Silver Linings Playbook.
Harvey, thank you for killing whoever you had to kill to get me up here today.
Then, when she won the Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook, she forgot to thank Harvey Weinstein during her acceptance speech. Heaven fucking forbid. But on the red carpet after the Academy Awards, she was giving an interview with Extra TV, and she decided to thank Harvey Weinstein. Then, you know, watch what she says in this next clip, knowing full well about all the Harvey Weinstein shit.
And so I know that you were a little flustered when you finally got up on stage. Did you forget to say anything to anyone?
I only forgot to thank Harvey Weinstein, so that's the end of my career. Okay. But it's been amazing. It's been really fun.
I know, right? Short-lived. Well, I'm sure he's going to forgive you. You can say it to him now.
Thank you, Harvey. I love you. You're still my little rascal.
Then here she is at the GLAAD Media Awards presenting an award with Harvey Weinstein. I think they were giving an award to Bill Clinton. And yeah, look at all the sucking up that she's doing here.
Before we begin, I just want to congratulate Harvey and his wife Georgina on the birth of their new baby boy.
Thank you.
Harvey gave us just what we needed, another him. That might sound familiar. That's what I wrote on the card that I sent you when he was born. If he's anything like his dad, he's going to be relentless, passionate, and just about the best mentor an aspiring actor could ever hope for.
Thank you, Jen, but you can stop kissing up to me for forgetting to thank me at the Oscars.
And she's the one who's saying, "Oh, this rumor is completely ridiculous that I slept with Harvey Weinstein." How else are we supposed to infer all of these quotes that you were saying about Harvey Weinstein around the time of Silver Linings Playbook? Right? Right? How else are we supposed to infer this? And the fourth point that I want to bring up in the fact of Jennifer Lawrence is just beyond fucking stupid. Don't just take my opinion for it. Take her own word for it when she self-admitted it in an interview with 60 Minutes back in 2018.
School, did you like school?
No, I felt stupid all during school.
You felt stupid.
I just felt dumb. I just feel like I would look at, you know, especially in math, I felt like I would look around and everybody's getting it. I'm like, am I the only one that's completely clueless?
And later in said interview, she even admits to not having a high school diploma or GED. Again, listen for yourself.
Did you finish up high school?
I dropped out of middle school. I don't technically have a GED or a diploma. I am self-educated.
Now, the one conviction that I do stand by is the fact that even though I think that Jennifer Lawrence is just beyond stupid, right? Stupidity does not prove that she's not smart in other regards. I think she's very smart in the regard that she realizes that she is not the movie star, right? I've already done a whole video on this, so I'm not going to retread over old ground. I'm just going to give the cliff notes. Right, I think Jennifer Lawrence is smart enough to realize that the box office returns that she has been pulling outside of the X-Men movies and the Hunger Games are not indicative of being a movie star. So she's probably thinking, "Oh shit, I better give myself some relevance so that people still think that I am a movie star." But this is also why I never got outraged over her claiming that she was the first female action movie star, is because she has said some really stupid shit in the past, as we've already pointed out. And in my opinion, the only way that she got to the top is, well, how do I put this? Take it away, William Hung.
She bangs, oh baby, when she moves.
So again, I do regret giving Jennifer Lawrence way more credit than she deserves, but that still doesn't change the fact that she's not a movie star, and her box office record proves that outside of the X-Men and Hunger Games movies. So, oh crap, you know, Jennifer Lawrence is mine. I better give myself some relevance, otherwise nobody's gonna be talking about me anymore. Oh my god. And guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here because I think we've gone as long as we need to go. I just wanted to basically showcase that Jennifer Lawrence has made a bunch of off-the-wall comments, just said a bunch of stupid shit. She's just a stupid person in general. So again, all of the fake outrage, and it's like, oh well, if you go back to the 1970s and we're gonna show a 10-minute montage starting with coffee, then go to Foxy Brown, then go to Cleopatra Jones, then go to Sigourney Weaver, then go to that, blah, 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 blah. No, this should have just been chalked up to Jennifer Lawrence continues to be stupid. She's a stupid celebrity, and even self-admits it, right? So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and truly end this right here. If you stuck around this long, thanks so much for doing so. And if you've been following me along, I'm terrible at editing these videos, so I will just see you guys next time.